Always make sure to clean the kitchen before you go to cooking and wash them dishes. Get that nasty out of there. Bite to you, Chef-O. Now you want to get you some Hunt's tomato sauce, some chopped parsley, 10-ounce can of Rotel diced tomatoes with green chilies, salt and ground black pepper. You want you some garlic powder and some onion powder, some beef bouillon cubes, get you some crushed red pepper, that Wally's World Great Value taco blend seasoning with the taco seasoning in it, a medium diced onion here. You want to get you a pike of that Old El Paso taco seasoning mix, the hot and spicy kind, or whatever you want. Some Daisy sour cream, and that good old jasmine rye, or whatever kind of rice you like to get. But anyway, let us get started, baby. This is Chef-O Cheesy Mexican Taco Rye Skillet. Now you want to drop down in there with that 1 medium onion and that pound of ground beef and go to browning it. That way the onions will go to softening up on you. Now we got a mixture here. A teaspoon each of onion and garlic powder and a half a teaspoon each of salt and ground black pepper. You want to get that over there. Drop down and continue to brown. We don't want no bland meat. We want to throw something on top of that meat. Now once it's fully brown here, like this here, all the flavors is gelling well and co-mingling together. Everything all nice and incorporated. Get you a paper towel and get up that excess oil or drop it down in a draining bowl like old chef did, the old-fashioned way. Now what we have here is a 1.5 cups of white jasmine rice. So you use whatever rice you want to use. But yeah, old Chef-O, rinse that off. Clean your rice. Now once you get your drained meat back in the skillet and on some heat, drop down in that with that pike of, old Chef-O, with that pike of Old El Paso hot and spicy taco seasoning mix, and go to mixing that in. Like this here. Yes. And it's gonna go to smelling good and you're getting that color down. So drop down now with 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Like so. Like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. And then 1 10-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Now we use Rotel with green chilies. You use whatever you want to use. But this here is gonna add a nice kick when combined with that there taco seasoning. Now we want to put 2 cups of beef broth. Old Chef-O ain't had no beef broth, so Chef-O got him 2 cups of warm water and dropped down in there with a bouillon cube and made his own broth. And that there is a key component in the flavor that you're gonna get out of this here dish. Everything in this dish is a bold flavor, from the cheese to the beef broth, and taco seasoning, all that stuff getting all incorporated and co-mingling together in this here pot. Now once you do that, when you're waiting for this to come up to a simmer again, you want to drop down in there with that washed and rinsed 1.5 cups of jasmine rice, and you want to mix that in and get that all submerged in your tomato liquid. Yes. Old Chef-O Cheesy Mexican Taco Rye Skillet coming up. Now once you get that all mixed in and well incorporated into your taco juice, you want to cover that up there once it comes to a slight boil. You don't want to cover it up just yet because it ain't hot enough. Just wait till you come to that little slight boil. You don't want too much heat. Slight boil might get you about medium heat. And once you go to boiling, reduce the heat down a little bit and let it cook. Let it cook. Don't rush cook nothing. Don't have the heat too high. You don't want it to stick. Now here we go with that little gentle boil. See there? You cover that up and you want to let that roll for 15 to 20 minutes. Old Chef-O did 15 minutes. And we have here shredded cheddar Monterey Jack with taco seasoning. That's the taco blend cheese from Wally's World. Now here we are. It's at 20 minutes. We done took it off the eye 5 minutes ago. And we want to drop down in there with our cheese blend. And we don't tell you how much to put. How much cheese. People like varying degrees of cheese. So Chef-O dropped down in there with his cheese, put that top on there for 10 more minutes, And then after 10 minutes, took that top off, and voila, as you can see, look at that. Look at that coat on there. Look at that coat on that gal. Look at that coat on that gal. Got a coat of that Mexican blend taco seasoned cheese dropped down on that rice. Look at that. Yes. Now time for some toppings. Old Chef 4 don't want nothing but some parsley and some sour cream. The sour cream go to mix in, dull down some of that heat, because this here is a little spicy. Now some people gonna want it spicier. You want it spicier, make it spicier. Other toppings you can use include pico de gallo or hot sauce or jalapeno. This recipe really does have jalapeno, but I omitted it. And you can also put some guacamole, like I said, some pico de gallo, do what you want to do. So it's your world, baby. Yeah. Old Chef 4 love y'all. Old Chef 4 love y'all. But guess what? Y'all ain't getting nothing to eat. Y'all ain't getting nothing to eat. Look at that spinning around with that. Got that there on display. Look at this here. Look at this here. Look at the precision and the clarity on that there. Like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well, and check out all our episodes on the Chef 4 channel. I'm out.